What's up, guys? So you want to know how to use a home equity line of credit, also known as a HELOC, for investment properties. Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use a HELOC for investment properties. Let's get into it. First off, for the people that don't know what a HELOC is, it's a home equity line of credit, meaning that you're using the equity in your home as a line of credit to pay off medical bills, home improvements, or, as we're talking about in this video, buying more investment properties. So think of a HELOC as a credit card without the crazy interest rates that you're getting on a credit card. So the bank is going to tell you how much you can qualify for based off of the equity inside your property, and you're going to have a withdrawal period of about 5 to 10 years. And withdrawal period means you can pull out as much money as the bank tells you you're qualified for it at any time in that period. So why would banks do this? That's because they're going to be using the equity in your home as collateral for the HELOC, meaning if you don't pay back your HELOC, they're going to take back your house. So be careful when you're using a HELOC. So you might be wondering how you can calculate the amount of money that you can get on a HELOC. So let's do some simple math right now. Let's say you have a property that's worth $100,000 and you only owe $50,000 on it. Now, what banks are going to do, they're going to take 80% of whatever the property appraised for. So if it appraised for $100,000 like you know it's worth, so that's left with $80,000. So now you subtract that, whatever it appraised for, minus what you owe on the property. So that's going to be about $30,000. That's how much your HELOC can be, and that's how much you can pull out any given time. Now, I do know of some banks that will go up to 90%, meaning, you take that $100,000 and multiply it by 90%, you're left with $90,000, minus that by what you owe, that's $40,000. That's $10,000 more than what you would have got with the 80% rule. Now, I know some banks do this, but not a lot of banks do this. Some banks will even go down to 75% rather than 80 or 90. So you're just gonna have to call around to different banks and see what they offer for HELOCs. So we're about to go into how to pay back this HELOC, because like a credit card, you're gonna have to pay it back every single month. But how much do you have to pay back every single month, and how can you use this to accelerate your real estate investing? And we've already touched on one thing that can really hurt you is, if you don't pay it back, they can take back your home. So we're gonna get into some other things that can get you in trouble. If you already get value out of this YouTube video, hit that like button, turn it blue so the YouTube gods know that this video has value in it. So there's one awesome advantage using a HELOC compared to a cash out refi, and we'll get into a cash out refinance into another video. One big difference is you're not paying interest until you actually pull the money out. So you can go get a HELOC and have that sitting off to the side, and you're not paying anything on it, obviously, because you haven't pulled money out. It's just like a credit card. If you're not using the money, it's just kind of sitting there. But once you pull that money out, you're going to have to be paying interest on that money. Now, the interest can vary between person to person, obviously, because of your credit score, your income, and a bunch of different things. But typically, a HELOC will run between 3 and 6% depending on your situation. By the way, my top 5 real estate investing books is going to be in the description down below if you want to go check those out. As we've already touched on, the first 5 to 10 years is known as the withdrawal period. Now, we've already touched on this, but the first 5 to 10 years is going to be known as a withdrawal period. If you're using this HELOC to use as an investment property, as we're talking about in this video, you can use this HELOC, buy a property, say the $30,000 we talked about earlier. The $30,000 will go into another property, and it's going to be cash flowing you roughly $300, $400, $500 every single month. Now, if you're paying interest only on this HELOC, it can be a great thing because your cash flow can be a lot higher, meaning you're going to be paying back the HELOC maybe for $40, $50 every single month, but that's interest only, so you're not actually paying down the HELOC just yet. But again, this could be a bad thing because it's interest only, so you're not actually paying down the HELOC, so you're going to be paying on this every single month. Again, the first 5 to 10 years is interest only. Now, the year 10 to year 20 is going to be paying back the HELOC, so that's interest plus principal. So obviously, your payments are going to skyrocket. So you're going to want to actually put a lot more money down on the HELOC whenever you're using the strategy. Now, I'm going to get into the actual strategy of buying an investment property and how you can pay down the HELOC at any time. Man, that's some knowledge bombs that I'm dropping on you. So if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified every single time I upload a new YouTube video. Here's something very practical you can do by using a HELOC for investment properties. Let's say you have investment property 1, and that investment property, let's say it has a bunch of equity in it, and you want to pull it out, but you want to keep that property. So you decide to get a HELOC. Now use this HELOC, and you're going to put this money into another property, and you're going to fix it up, rehab it, whatever you need to do, whatever your strategy is. Then you're going to, again, pull out the money from investment property number 2, and you're going to pay back the HELOC. And there's several different ways you can pull out the profits from investment property 2, but we're going to get into a cash out refinance in the next video. And then you just rinse and repeat. rinse, and repeat. And then this is how you can obviously build wealth fast. And the big thing is you're not using any of your own money to buy this second investment property, meaning you use the money from investment property 2 because you're a smart investor and you bought it right, and you're using that money to buy you another property, and then you're using that money to pay off this property. It's just a cycle, and it's an amazing cycle. And the money that's left over, because most of the time whenever you rehab a second investment property and you pay back the HELOC, you're obviously going to have enough money to pay back the HELOC if you're doing it right, pay back the HELOC, and then have profits left over to go buy more investment properties, and just do this process over and over and over. And again, with none of your own money. That's what's so special about this. If you want more training on real estate investing, I made a free real estate investing video just for you that's super in-depth training. And the training is all about finding deals and how to find them on autopilot. Now, if you want that free in-depth training, a link to it is going to be in the description down below. Now, a video is popping up right now. I picked it out just for you, so click on it because I really think you'll enjoy it. But until the next video, guys, I'm out. See ya.